Okay, here we are with the final part 3 of this journey of battling cancer. And if you made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, and smash that thumbs up like button. And let's continue on and let's get into it.
So when they lay you're going to see.
I think the chemo brain is starting to kick in.
Yeah, the chemo brain is kicking in. Because there's just so much information, and I don't want to make these videos really long. So,
Okay, so as you've seen, we broke this into 3 parts, simply just to make it easier to consume, I hope.
and I'm trying to make sense of it in my own mind, because there is no way you're going to get me to remember all the medical jargon and terminology that the doctors and the nurses and everybody is spewing. Like, whew.
It's going to be a very dumbed down
Right.
explanation.
Right. It's also to make it easier for people to for the viewers to understand, all the people watching this, to understand it in a more, as my daughter said, more dumbed down type of way, rather than have all this medical jargon. Well, some of it will be in document form in the video at some point. It just is my way of looking at it. But anyway, let's finish. I know I did a lot of talking here, and I hope some of this information that I'm giving is in any way helpful. I don't want to make it sound like people are, I don't know what he's talking about. No, that's not the point of this. And anybody that's gone through any kind of medical issues, I don't care what it was, or what it is or was, you know what I mean. When they start spewing all this medical jargon and all these fancy medical terms and the names of some of this medication, you know what I mean. It could be like, yeah, okay, whatever you say, doc, sure, yep. That's what it comes down to. So when I'm explaining some of this stuff the way I have, is to make it at least a little bit more digestible, where people can understand it a little bit easier. And then, looking at some of the documents there, not all of them, because they're just way too much. Right, it'll be, there's just so much documentation, it would be like a 30-minute video of just documentation. I'm not going to do that at all, just basically the more important stuff. And what is that?
This is your the patient handbook, but there's a lot of information on the front.
Yeah, don't show that. What is that?
This is your patient handbook, all of this.
Whoa.
The forms on the back. This is an individual emergency preparedness plan.
Oh.
I mean, this alone, you can show like the side of it. There's no information.
Yeah, there's this. This is, and look at this. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Do it this way.
Yeah.
Can you see the staple? Oh, no. Turn it down. See the staple? This is a bunch of papers they printed on their laser printer. Okay. They printed this on their laser printer, and then stapled it together. They didn't even go someplace and get a booklet made. This is how cheap things have gotten. You got to be kidding me.
Side note, we got this. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ruler.
I don't even know what this is for, but they gave me a disposable ruler made out of paper.
I thought it would at least be like the.
I thought it might be at least laminated with plastic or something. No, it's a paper ruler. For what? To see how much skinnier I got? How fat my brain is? I don't know. I don't even know what the hell this is for. They never explained.
My guess is to mark where you want.
No.
No.
I would say maybe it's.
And it's 35, huh?
I was gonna say maybe it's to measure your ball.
Your medicine ball.
Huh? No. Because this goes up to, oh, that's centimeter size.
Yeah.
This is 35 inches long. I already opened it up. It's 35 inches long. For what? I have no clue, because they never said one word about it. But then again, we got plenty of rulers and measuring tapes in the house. And many of them are made for measuring for clothing and stuff like that. So, what else is in there that?
Just the sharps. Just the sharps.
That's it.
Oh, you took everything out? Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
there's nothing else in there?
Nope, the lid and everything.
Yeah.
Even the
And they
box.
gave me this. They gave me this big box. Okay, but I'm gonna come home with a smaller box like that every 2 weeks until I'm finished with this chemo. Sorry about that. I don't mean to be showing my moves. Give me my Java. On top of that, I need to keep hydrated. So, because I drink coffee, but I nurse this thing. Hey, you gonna do the blue screen on it?
He's like,
So anyway, I don't know. What is this? 32 ounces? My ball and chain bought me this Albor. Albor. Something like that. Anyway, she bought me this some time ago. It's with a handle. Because I have a black one, and the only way I could hold it was like this. So yeah. So but not only that, I have to keep hydrated. And one of the things I have to be mindful of is that coffee is a diuretic. So that means I need to drink even more water. And so I'll be swimming in water. I mean, I don't mind, and I won't drink tap water. Give me one of those, Sammy. So we've been buying Icelandic water. If you can see, focus in on that. It has a pH of 8.4. It is from Iceland. It's actually has a information on the back here, and you get money back if you return the bottle with the cap. In some states now. Pause the video if you need to, because I know I'm shaking a little bit here. That's unavoidable on my part. But there you go. It's pH of 8.4, and it's not the. And that's the one thing we still get Fiji too. Okay, this is $31 a case. It's a bit expensive for bottled water. And this was actually a bit more off topic. This was actually said years ago. I'm going back, gotta say around the 90s, maybe the 80s. It's around the time that cable TV became a thing. And that was around the 80s. A lot of your disc jockeys, I don't even think they call them disc jockeys anymore, just radio talk shows. I used to listen to 1010 Wins, because I live on the East Coast of the United States. But I used to listen to some of the talk shows that used to be on regular FM radio and AM. And eventually they moved on to satellite radio and then TV. But I remember it was a joke. If I can find it online somewhere with my daughter's help, there was a joke about one day we'll be paying for bottled water. How stupid is that? That'll never happen. Guess what? We're buying bottled water by the case, not just by the bottle. And I had a friend a long time ago that used to work for Poland Springs. When Poland Springs became a big name and everybody was drinking Poland Springs water. And that's when it was actually coming from the Poland Springs in Maine. Okay, not Poland as a country. I don't know why they call it Poland Springs, but maybe it was started by a group of Polish people that immigrated from Poland some years ago, after World War II. But that's when Poland Springs was actually pulled from the ground like this is. And part of the reason I think this is so expensive by the case is because it's coming from Iceland. It's transported via air, water, I don't know, probably over the ocean in cargo containers. Fiji is a little bit cheaper. They did have a little bit of a problem some time ago, so we stopped buying it, get it from Amazon. And Amazon never notified us about a recall that Fiji actually put out prior to us buying 2 cases. And we got 2 cases, and then we saw the recall notice that came in a news article. So we contacted Fiji. contacted Amazon, and basically they gave us our money back, and all we had to do is pour all the water down the sink, because it was a chance that some kind of metal bits got into it. But Fiji is a bit cheaper. It's, I think, $22 a case, or $23 a case if you don't buy it on a subscription monthly. But I've gone back to buying Fiji water to make our coffee and tea, with our tea kettle and our coffee pot. Like I said, I nurse my coffee all day long. I'll fill that up maybe twice, sometimes 3, depending on how quickly I drink it. But I mainly nurse it because while I'm going through this chemo, and even after, they kept stressing, and the doctor called it a chatty one, which is her assistant. She's telling my daughter, who's younger than my older daughter, but there's a lot more to that. I need to stay well hydrated, meaning lots of water. And I said to her, what do you mean? You keep saying keep hydrated. What are you talking about? What's this all about, keeping hydrated? What is this all about? Explain. No context. I can't tell you how many times I asked this. And there's a second visit. Again, please be more specific. And I didn't say please either. But basically, the chemo is to help kill the cancer. But it also can damage parts of your innards, i.e. kidney, liver, who knows what else it can do. And to get it out of your system is drink water so you can go pee-pee. So you rid the chemo through the pee-pee hole when you go potty. And they even said yesterday, before I left, the nurse that gave me all this stuff and basically went through the rundown as best as she could. She recommends to all the male patients to sit when they go pee-pee, because she's married with a husband and a son, and she knows all about the splish splash. And it's not splish splash in a tub, when you're giving your baby or your young child a bath, okay? It's that kind of splish splash in a tub. Men know what I'm talking about, and women that have a husband and daughter, the husband and son rather, there's a little bit of splatter. And if you don't believe me, get a black light. Get a black light and take it into your bathroom with the lights off. And you tell me what you see, because we've already done it. We've done it in the kitchen too, because even all the cooking, and this is all about cooking in oil, butter. We use olive oil. We've used avocado oil. But we're trying to get away from all this fake stuff. And that's another reason why I will not drink tap water. And that's why I brought up Poland Springs and all these other bottled waters that are really inexpensive that people buy. And the hospital buys these little miniature ones. They're, I think like 8 ounces from Poland Springs because it's so cheap. But it's nothing but city water. It's processed city water that's got all kinds of fluoride and who knows what other chemicals to clean the water that comes out of the reservoir. And believe me, you don't want to know what's in that reservoir. I have a good idea because let's just say I was privy to a lot of information, and back in the 90s. How it is today, I don't know, but this is why we buy bottled water. And so far, everybody in the household, our little household, likes the Icelandic, and it's not bad. That or Fiji. And like I said, this is $31 a case. So I get 2 cases a month. When I can, I buy an additional case maybe every 2 weeks because we're going through water like crazy. And at one time we had 24 cases of water. And that just for consuming, for drinking, and putting into the tea kettle. We weren't using it for making coffee. Now we're using the bottled water for making coffee and a tea kettle. While it is drinkable, sometimes it smells horrible. It makes, I don't know, I couldn't explain in words what it smells like, but sometimes it just gets really stanky. Not to mention the East Coast tri-state area has very hard water, and it can over time it can clog your faucet. But I know I went really deep dive here. There's a reason behind all of this, because people say, "Oh, well, just open up the tap and pour it in your glass." No, nope, not gonna happen. I stopped drinking tap water, got to be 20 years ago, if not more. The only time we were using tap water was for my coffee. But even there, we're using charcoal filters in a coffee pot to help clean the water a little bit more, because charcoal is great for filtering water. So that's the last part of this part of the video here.
Can I make a side note?
Yeah, go ahead.
Side note, if you want to mention the certain medication that you're on has a sensitivity to...
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, so I actually experienced this last night, because the camera that we're using to record this is the Osmo Pocket 3. And it's an amazing little camera. I can't believe the pictures and the video, but go get the ice hat. Just slip it right over. Not for me, for the camera.
Show it.
Oh, you want to show it?
I don't care. Show it.
Yeah, this is the ice hat. I bought this for my daughter, my younger daughter, because it actually helps. She gets a lot of migraine headaches, and this actually helps her. She takes Excedrin, takes this, and it helps her with her headaches. But anyway, the last time we did it, one of the times we did a recording with this. Go ahead, put it on. There you go. Maybe lean it up against a little bit, just a little bit. What you just saw happen was the ice, it slided down over the camera, because you can look it up, Osmo Pocket 3. You can get it on Amazon still from DJI. You could still get it on Amazon. It's a bit expensive. I actually bought this off of eBay from Japan, and it was here in less than 3 weeks. It was amazing how fast this got here. Yeah, came from Japan with free shipping, mind you, because of all the banned DJI stuff. This was $720. I had a little extra money lying around, so rather than put it on credit, I paid for it outright. But if you went back, say 5 years ago, you probably could have got this for maybe $600 for the creator kit that they give you, where you get the extra battery, you get the little choo-choo train. Wow, those crickets are mighty loud. Where they're at, I couldn't tell you, but they're getting picked up by the microphone. And excuse the buzzing of my daughter's phone. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I quieted down for a quick second because I want to see if this mic would pick up the train, because we live about 3.5 blocks from a rail line. It's a commuter rail line. But anyway, yeah, ADD moment. Chemo brain.
No, that one was me. I will fully admit that one was me.
But anyway,
We're talking about, I said...
Yes. I have to be not just concerned about being in the sun and using sunscreen in the wintertime. Make that make sense. You know what? I just might do that. I might slather myself and make myself look even as white as this shirt and go out in the wintertime.
You put the little strip of sunscreen down.
No, I'll do the whole arm, the face, everything.
Put it all on, and you have that one little strip like the
Like
with the lifeguards.
yeah, like the hard body lifeguards in California. But there's an aversion to cold. So if I right, so if I pick up, say, this ice hat. That actually didn't bother my hand.
Really?
No. I picked up, because last night after we finished recording the other part of this video, we put the camera down, turned it off. It was extremely hot. So I went into the freezer and I took an ice pack out, put a paper towel on the camera, put the ice pack on. But by the time I it took less than 2 minutes. I was feeling pins and needles in my fingers. And
That was one of the things I had to be mindful of.
I can't even drink hot coffee. This is all. I always drink room temperature water. I never drink ice cold water. That's actually the worst thing that you could do, because that'll make you, for the brief moment you drink an ice cold drink, it'll make you feel good for a brief few minutes. Then once that wears off, you're gonna feel even hotter. And in the summertime, you'll be sweating like crazy. And the best thing you could do is drink Pedialyte. Sounds crazy, not Gatorade. Gatorade will work in the pinch because it's got a lot of sodium in it. Because you lose a lot of sodium when you sweat in the summertime. So you're better off with Pedialyte. But anyway, I took out that ice pack, and by the time I put it down, I was feeling pins and needles. So the same thing can happen in extreme hot. Right, or eating hot food, which I did notice a little bit. It was a mixture that my daughters made with chicken and rice and diced chicken and some vegetables. Yeah, various vegetables. And my daughter made it a little bit hot, which is not a problem. But now I have to be careful, because when I started eating it, I start to feel a tingling sensation on my tongue. I'm like, okay. So I started eating around the edges where it was more colder. So I have to be careful with this chemotherapy that I'm going through to avoid extreme cold, like frozen or even refrigerated drinks, and extreme heat, like say 90-degree weather in the summertime. Some people have reported that at times when they ate something too hot or too cold, they felt the sensation of not being able to breathe, or having a hard time breathing, and or swallowing just saliva or water or whatever they were eating. So that's another bit of a side effect of this chemotherapy treatment that I'm going through. So like I said, there's a lot to unpack here, and kind of going back and forth. My daughter will edit this as needed. Who knows, some of it might even be cut out because it's unnecessary. But if there's any bloopers, we'll just leave it as a blooper reel and put it as a separate video. But I guess that's it for now. There's really not much else to say other than tomorrow, when I get the discontinued pump removed from my body, and we'll see if I can get any kind of pictures or video. Again, no faces, no names, if even possible, because like I said, I will not dox the doctors or the nurses. It just, to me, that's wrong, unless they give 100% consent in writing, in black and white. And I mean black and white. So I'll see you again in the next edition of this journey that I'm on, after I get this ball removed. And the way it's going, it's only 5 millimeters an hour. So it's like a slow drip. They don't want to bombard you with a gallon of chemo at once. So that's why I guess they do it like this. So see you then, and hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Stay happy. Thumbs up. Remember, keep the thumbs up. Okay? I appreciate it. And I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, it don't cost no nothing. And that's the chemo brain talking again. To subscribe and share. And if anyone else is going through this cancer, I wish you the best. God bless you, and I hope you get well soon. And by all means, do follow what the doctors say and what you should and shouldn't do. Take care, and as I've said in a prior video, be good to each other, be friendly, Healthy debate is great. Going down a word salad of being just rude, nasty, and cussing is the wrong way to go. You can get your point across having a healthy debate without calling people names, and that's what I hope everybody does do that do watch this video. The series of videos, I should say. So, I'll see you in the next video. No more BYE. No more. See you next time.